YouTube, this right here is the Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra, and it's been many months later. 4 months and some change to be exact, and I'm here to share my 100% honest and straight to the point user experience with this device. Listen, I gotta be honest, you guys. You guys know me. Once a Note user, always a Note user, but I've been having a slight affair. And no, it's not what you think. It's not with the fruit company. It's within the Galaxy ecosystem. It's with the Galaxy Z Fold 6. More and more am I becoming a Galaxy Z Fold user. And if you're like me, guess what? There's a link down in the description below to get you an extra $50 Samsung credit towards the upcoming pre-order, you know, with the next iteration of Z Folds and Galaxy Watch Classics and whatnot. Video coming on the new Galaxy Watch Classic because we got some more updates and feelings have changed for me. Here we are, Galaxy S25 Ultra, what I gave to be, and rightfully so, last year, phone of the year. Although for me personally, this is my phone of last year. But enough of my affair, let's be honest. Once a Note user, always a Note user. The Galaxy S Ultra device is now the new Note. So let's start here. Design, right? Samsung shocked us and went with the flat edge, rounded sides, flat panel, and this right here by far is the best S Ultra design to date. As you guys see, I got that titanium jet black. I forgot the name exactly, but this thing is beautiful. This is by far my favorite color from Samsung today. It kind of has like a blue hue to it, but this design is not only visually appealing, but the ergonomics are there. These are finally the ergonomics that will keep those people who stayed away or dislike the square phone for the pointy corners and whatnot. This right here is the change that we needed, along with the weight reduction, along with the anti-reflective screen, along with the all-encompassing package of the Samsung Galaxy. Some of the best on Android by far. You guys, Snapdragon 8 Elite for Galaxy this year has delivered on an experience that can rip anyone away from any iPhone or any phone for that matter, and just be content with the Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra. I stand behind that. Now, let me go ahead and brighten this screen up just a tad bit so you guys can see the glory of this, because this thing is beautiful. Now, I'll say this. This is one of the most refined, one of the most refreshed, one of the most efficient, one of the most battery given, one of the most smoothest, one of the most, or one of the best, or is the best Samsung Galaxy iteration of this phone to date, period. Now, yes, we gotta address it. This design of smartphone has reached a plateau, but it's all about refinements, and I'm not mad at it anymore. You know, of course, like you, as a tech enthusiast, I wanna see some new design to wow us, but again, I'm just saying, this is where you're gonna get that new innovation, especially with what's coming in the next iteration of that. But again, if you just want to stick to what's tried and true, this is what's tried and true without a doubt, and it's given all the way refined. For me, ultimately, 5,000 milliamp hour battery, extremely good and efficient battery life because of the Snapdragon 8 Elite, along with the sizing of the battery. No, it has not increased. Yes, people want to see it get bigger. Yes, people want to see the new or the next generation of battery technology come into the Ultra lineup for sure. But listen, the Snapdragon 8 Elite has done extremely well and given a very significant user experience when it comes to battery. I love the battery life I get out of this thing. I'm very confident in my battery life. And for those of you who aren't, I've made a top accessory video giving you so many different power options, from portable power banks, portable MagSafe batteries, portable compact fast chargers and whatnot. There's so many ways to maintain your device. So I don't think there's any excuse anymore. But I will say this. Yes, the people want, obviously the spec hungry people want a larger battery. But for me, significantly has this been such a great user experience from terms of battery for me personally. I spoke about the design. I've been using this thing over the last 4 months and some change, and as you guys can see, it's still flawless. Now, I have a confession to make. You guys used to know me as the naked smartphone user. Not really anymore. I've been using this very slim aramid style casing on it because it doesn't add any weight, along with the new lightweight of the S25 Ultra. It's just a nice combo, and I can go ahead and have a little bit more peace of mind against scratching or worse, a drop. Outside of that though, man, this thing is amazing. Now, you guys are gonna look at mine and probably gonna wonder, what do I have going on? No, I do not use the latest One UI. I do not use One UI at all. I am a Nova Launcher user. I've been for many years, and it's hard for me to get out of it. Case in point, everyone's always wondering, how do I have so many icons down here? Nova Launcher. People are wondering, why do I like Nova Launcher? Look at this. You see these icons right here? They just look like icons. And yes, I can tap on it and it will take me there, but I can also swipe up and get more icons and more apps. So this is the beauty and the thing that's slept on with Nova Launcher. And I wish, you know, Good Lock and Samsung's One UI would take a little bit more from Nova Launcher and pull. I've seen them doing it, because you can do custom icons on One UI with Good Lock and whatnot. I've done it before. I've tried my best to emulate my Nova Launcher layout, but I can't quite get the same grid. So Nova Launcher, these icons are the crayon icon pack. Same with the background that comes from the crayon icon pack. And when it comes to this widget, I always get it wrong off the top of my head. It's the KWGT custom widget, and it's from the Dusk pack. So you have to pay for this. I think this is just $1, but this has a bunch of really fire widgets. Like, you guys can customize your Android device to look way better than this. But if you guys want the bones, there you have it. Now, moving forward, another big change with the S25 Ultra. I told Samsung to do it last year, and they did it this year. Perfect. And when I said it last year, it was for this year, because the iPhone has, you know, log recording on it, and it's a big thing, a big plus for Apple's, you know, video recording, and I absolutely love it. Well, Samsung said hold my beer, and they brought log video to just the rear camera though. And this is where I gotta ding them, because they need to add log to the front camera. Matter of fact, let me double check just to make sure there hasn't been any secret little, you know, updates that I haven't been hip to. Log goes away right when you flip to the front facing. When you go to the rear, you have log. As you guys can see, it goes straight into it, because that is what I use. And speaking of the cameras, not only is log video amazing, which I'm gonna show you guys how great it looks, but the photos, and the biggest change for me when it came around cameras, the color science around skin tones. My skin tones used to always be off with Samsung cameras, and I spoke about it year after year. I complained every single Samsung Galaxy device that I received until this year. When I got the S25 Ultra, they made a mention in their keynote about skin tones. I went straight to test it instantly, and I was pleasantly surprised at the improvement. So I have to give a round of applause. Bravo, Samsung. I'm expecting the same on the upcoming Z Fold, Z Flip, all of that. Everything going forward. Okay, obviously, I gotta show you guys the cameras. So let me show you. All right, you guys, so 8K 24 frames per second in log mode. I have the sun directly on me, and this sun has been like no other sun this summer. As you guys know, this summer has been quite the heater for sure. So ideal situation, I do have a ND filter on my camera lens. My ND filter set, I'll share it with you guys in my top accessory videos. I'll link it down below. I have an ND64 on. This is the best way to be in this super bright sunlight and still have controlled visuals. So that's the whole point. It's like shades for your you know, camera, which I need shades right now. But even more than that, yes, I'm using the DJI mic to capture audio because, you know, why not? The S25 Ultra has been a great device. The cameras have delivered on what they are supposed to deliver on. I got the S25 Ultra. I got the storage upgrade. So I was able to, instead of getting 256 gigabytes, they gave us 512 on the house. I got whatever accessory credit I got at, you know, purchase, use that towards whatever I did. I can't remember. It might have been a watch. Pretty sure it probably was a watch or whatnot, and other accessories. Oh yeah, the Buds 3 Pro, all for a great deal and value. And you know, when you start to like zoom out and look at everything, especially considering our current financial state and whatnot, everybody's going through, you know, hey man, I will not knock a good deal along with the delivery of a great phone. So great cameras, great delivery, great job. Taking a look at my bread ones, the band ones. These are a great shoe, amazing. I love wearing these. But as you guys can see, 8K quality video, 200 megapixel hardware. All right, you guys comment down below. Let me know how significant of a camera improvement did you guys see, or how well the cameras just perform overall. Usability, right? What is it like to use this device on a day-to-day for multiple months? I'll tell you just like this thing is just as smooth and as efficient, honestly, probably even better than launch, but it feels the same. It feels like a brand new phone still, meaning it still has that delivery and it hasn't lacked off. It hasn't like seen any dip, you know, for me personally. Like even on the fruit side, you know, the OS over there has went through a lot of rocky moments, in the sense that, you know, what was promised, the rollout and whatnot. But, you know, Samsung said what they were bringing. They brought it. Snapdragon 8 Elite, this new One UI, for those of you who opt in for it. For me personally, it's just the beauty of the Snapdragon 8 Elite, along with, you know, Samsung's programming and efficiency. And it just delivers such a smooth experience. Honestly, I carry two devices, one fruit, one not. What I do is I keep this mainly for family communication, because a lot of people that are very close to me are in this, you know, realm. So I tap dance in the garden and I like it. I don't have any shame in saying that I like Apple products, but I use this phone more than I use that phone for personal usage. As far as going to social media, first of all, the screen on here, the balancing of colors and everything. Again, I put my screen on the, let me show you guys, hold on. So just to be clear, my screen is on natural. This is how I get those accurate colors, but the colors, the clarity, the quality of this screen is so good. Listen, the quality of Samsung screens are so good. So again, when I'm on social media, I open up TikTok, hold on. You know, that's my secret social media folder right there too. Another way I keep such a minimized thing right there. So beautiful, smooth, and very well maintained RAM management when it comes to me. Like looking at a TikTok, like I just left that TikTok. I could go do a bunch of other things, use other apps, and come back to TikTok, and it will pick up where I left off. This is huge for me because sometimes I'm in the middle of a TikTok. I'm like, oh, let me pause that. Oh, notification. Oh, some business hopped up. Oh, I got to do this. Oh, I forgot. Hours later, I'm coming back and I'm picking up where I left off. Now, obviously right here, that wasn't an example of hours later, but you just got to take my word for it. Refreshes being very minimal to none is everything for me because I like to pick up where I left off. Very good experience from a visual perspective, the audible as well, meaning that the speakers in the S25 Ultra are better than the speakers in the S24 Ultra. An improvement year over year, whatever. Again, a refinement, but still, I love watching video on here. I love consuming video. I love consuming social media. I love just using this phone over my other phone, if that makes sense. Again, I know a lot of people, Samsung Nights, are gonna be like, oh, we told you a long time ago, da 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 da. Listen, I've been using Samsung for a very, very long time. They still had some things that other phones etched them out on and whatnot, and still do here and there, little small things. But again, this ecosystem experience, Samsung Galaxy, is very strong. Major respect, man. And this is just me being honest and very transparent. Every person has a bias or a preference, right? I've been very honest about my preferences over the years, but as you guys see, I've never strayed away. I've always consistently used both, which is Samsung Galaxy and Apple. I'm in the States. I stick to the devices that are in the States. I want devices that are out of States. Companies hit me up, you know what I'm saying, everybody. And I want to you know, share perspective there too. But again, just honing this in to my 4 months. Smoothness of use, number one. Overall user experience, top tier. Great cameras, great video. My go-to for consuming media. What else do you use a device for? Duh. S Pen. Come on now. As if there wasn't even more to, you know, the smartphone experience. You have the S Pen for jotting down those quick notes. Now, if I go into my Samsung notes really quick, as you guys can see, I use this to make my Z Fold 7 wish list that I used in a video recently and whatnot. So it's always good for like little quick note taking and whatnot. But a lot of people were upset about the removal of the Bluetooth function in the S Pen. For me personally, I never was a habitual user of it, so I wasn't as affected as others, but I always bring it up for the people who were affected, right? But again, I just think the all-encompassing delivery of what this device is and what it offers is just a really, really good smartphone. Like, I mean, come on. You got the smartphone aspect of the glass sandwich at its top tier offering, and you also get the S Pen. It's very much a Galaxy Note-ish experience, and I love that about it. It's very much a well-refined experience. At this point, man, the OS, the CPU, Snapdragon and Samsung, they are singing in such great harmony right now. All of the AI that they brought that was actually delivered at launch and whatnot, regardless if it's a, you know, temporary use case or whatnot, like, again, it's just about delivery. And the Galaxy S25 Ultra delivers. If you want to pick one up, links in the description. If you want to get an extra Samsung $50 credit towards your upcoming pre-order, link in the description. Peace.